Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining back after that short break. We are now into our real estate roundup and want to talk about timing the market. And before we dig in, I just want to share my personal experience because I get asked this question. Hey, what's the best time? How can you time the market better? And here's my personal experience. I bought my first condo in 2009. You think about timing the market, that was a brilliant time to buy in hindsight because things crashed in '08. And in '09, again, I bought my first place. 2014, fast forward 5 years, I bought a townhome with my parents. Foreclosures were still on the market. That was a foreclosure. Those are few and far between now. And then fast forward to 2020. My wife and I were looking to buy a house in 2020, specifically April 2020, to be more specific. Everybody froze. You had COVID that had just hit and closed things down mid-March. Open houses were gone. Selling and going into homes, if you could get into homes, you need to sign contracts saying, I know exactly what I'm getting. I accept if I get COVID, and you had to wear booties and you had to wear masks and you had to wear gloves and look at the house. And that was that reality. And so again, you talk about timing the market. I feel like I'm almost the epitome to say Nick's the perfect example, buying at the times that I did. With that being said, and all my experiences, what is my advice? I don't have any, because there was nothing that I did to say, okay, I know exactly when the market's going to bottom out here. I know that everybody's going to freeze due to this COVID thing. So, hey, Bree, let's buy in April. Let's hold off for a couple months. Like, no, what I can tell you is prepare yourself and position yourself to make moves and make them when you can afford to make them. Only hindsight, in my opinion, only hindsight is going to tell you whether you truly bought at the bottom of the market or not. Once you've made your way through that pitfall or that peak on the opposite side of it, only hindsight and time away from it is going to say, wow, that was a great time to buy.
Yeah,
So
and just
go on.
listen. Don't listen to all the people that are out there that are like, "I'll tell you when to buy," or "Oh, you should hold off on this," or "You should hold off on that until this happens," or "You should buy now because of this." Or buying now should be just a constant mindset of I'm going to buy now or buy as soon as I'm ready to and able to, whether that's real estate, stock market, whatever. Because the big billionaires out there, they're not trying to time a market. Investors are not timing markets. It's impossible to. They would never make any money if they continually tried to time the market. Now, full-time day traders, which most of them lose money, so never take any advice from a day trader. I think it's 83%, 90%, somewhere around there. You can tell I'm pulling it out of my ass, but go Google it. I'm right. Any day trader that has a problem with that, go look at your statistics. I'm right. But yeah, don't take advice from those people. There's a reason why they're always trying to sell you on something of buy this thing, buy this, come to my investor seminar. It's a $3,000 and I'll tell you exactly how to create a portfolio with zero money down and we'll time the market perfectly. And it's no, you won't. They're making their money not because like anyone that you're like, why are you not just doing this without telling me and becoming the billionaire that you are promising me that I can become? It's because they don't know. They're going to make money off of your
People
ignorance.
attending their stuff.
So
Yeah.
just yeah, yeah. It's like whenever I see that, you get the million ads and they're like, follow this program. I'm going to give you a free one so you can see how it works, but then follow this program. It's $2,000. It's like, bro, that's how you're making money. You're not making
Yeah.
money off of what you're telling me. What you're telling me
Right.
is like no money in it anymore. Like you're
Yeah.
telling me something that you might have done in the past. It's not an option for me. So why am I following that? You're making money off of selling the book now. So that's true reality of all of this. Real estate investors, they don't slow down. If they're a real estate investor full time, they're constantly buying, selling, flipping. They're sticking to their business model. They might change it or change the parameters of of what kind of property they buy or what the numbers have to look like in order for a deal to make sense. Sure, but they're not just stopping. You got to understand the industry that you're trying to claim that you're going to fleece out of timing the market with. Got to understand the people that are in that market every day aren't doing that. Stock market, real estate, anything to make money in that way. Don't. Just don't. And I think in relation to mortgage rates for especially with real estate, mortgage rates have shown in over the last 2 years, no one has any idea what interest rates are going to be doing. Yeah, we have an idea. Maybe if there's a recession next year, interest rates go down. They're not going to be at 2% again, but they're going to go down. That's about as close and a generic of a prediction as
You know
anyone with
what I
actual credibility will make.
Yeah. What is one interesting thing I came across recently with regards to when will interest rates top out? And I heard this correlation being inflation, right? Why are interest rates going up? Because the Fed is trying to wrap their hands around the inflation piece. So, Jay, you're in the lending. Correct me, and maybe this opinion if it's wrong. It was interest rates are going to continue to go up so long as inflation goes up. And those are correlated pretty closely together. And once inflation is reeled in by the opinion of the Fed, then we'll start seeing those interest rates starting to definitely level out and maybe even start going back the other way if and when, not if, but more of when inflation does get under control.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. The only reason why people are expecting for interest rates to go back down next year, purely because they're expecting a recession, because that's what economic models have shown us time and time again, that when there's a recession or that when there's this much inflation, there's a recession that follows. And when there's a recession, interest rates go down in order to try to get more people to borrow more money to stimulate the economy again. That's what it is.
Yeah,
There's
I
not some
think
secret sauce.
yeah, there's definitely no secret sauce in terms of timing the market. I think it comes back to what Jay and I have said numerous times within our podcast is lean on professionals in their space to get your information. Stop leaning on news,
Yes.
stop leaning on headlines to try to rationalize what your local market is doing. And then that somehow speaks for everybody.
Yeah.
I think too often.
With on that note too, sorry for cutting you off there, but with investors, like, I feel like investors are such a good way of putting this, because everyone understands the stock market to some degree, and I put air quotes all over those understands. Do you think that stockbrokers just, they're all laid off when there's a recession? Like, oh, stock markets are down, no one has a job on Wall Street. No, they're still making tons of money because they understand how to use that to their benefit, and it doesn't slow down what they're doing. For most of them, they turn a lot of whether it be cash assets or whatever it is, these low yielding assets that they have, and they buy stocks that they understand are going to go back up in price. So it's a different world than what a lot of people just think. Oh, houses, people are just going to stop buying them. No, people that are in a position to buy and that need to buy are still going to buy.
When it goes back to that
it's
need.
18% interest rate, whether it's a 2% interest rate,
Yep.
whether there's 50 houses on the home for the entire state of Colorado, or there's 20,000 houses on the market, people are going to still buy. It's not going to
Yep.
stop. So don't get in this mindset of, I'm just going to wait to time something. Like, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it.
You're gonna miss
You're never
it,
gonna
whatever it is. Yeah, you're gonna miss it,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and you're gonna elongate your current living situation. Because anytime someone asks me, is now a good time to buy, or what's the right time to buy? My follow-up question to that question is, what do you want your lifestyle to be like for the next 5 to 7 years? That's a preference.
Yeah.
That does not have a right or wrong answer. It's simply a matter of, is your current situation bad enough?
Yep.
Or are you in need enough to say, I need a change now? And as
Yeah.
Jay alluded to, whether interest rates are high at 6% or low at 3%, those life changes should be the drivers of your decisions, not simply a number or a prediction to say, hey, Jay, you should hang tight for 8 more months. And those 8 months come by, and now you're just like, it was worse. I should have bought
Yeah.
8 months ago. Like, start letting your life preferences and your situation start guiding your decisions more than where you think or a friend might think our economy or interest rates or housing industry is going to be in 8 months.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. You don't get that same advice for anything else. If you want kids, you're going to have kids. If you want
Yep.
to not live with your parents, you're going to move out of your parents' house. You're not going to be like, I think that there's going to be lower rent in 5 months, so I'm just going to keep
Yep.
living with my parents. No, I don't want to live with my parents. I'm going to move out. You've never had anyone discuss that and have that big of an influence. And when they do, what's most of our, like, I'm going to do what I want because that makes sense for me.
Yeah.
Same thing goes with investing, with real estate, especially real estate. Real estate is such this hot button topic, especially after 2008 of, I can time the market somehow. No, you
Yep.
can't. No one was timing the market in 2008. People that needed to buy, that were in a good position to buy in 2009, 10, 11, and 12, bought. Sure, at better everything, like Nick was telling in his story and his experience, like, better overall circumstance. No one was timing it. They were just
Yeah.
preparing, were able to, and did. So take that advice, please, and say F off. Whenever you see the news article that's like, rates are going to be going down, first time home buyers are getting edged out, sellers are just unable to, tell them to shut up. None of those people have ever sold a house or tried to buy a house outside of their own personal residence. They don't know anything. They are just getting secondhand knowledge from someone else and then putting a nice title that gets you to read it on it. We do the same thing with our stuff. I'm not saying that we're innocent, but at the same time, this is our space. So I'm going to tell
Yep.
other people to get out of it.
Oh, times and times. Timing
Yes,
is a
sir.
funny thing.
It sure is. Nick, this was a fun, lively discussion, and I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
plenty of
Yeah.
people with opinions about why they think people should be getting into the real estate market, why they shouldn't be getting into it, blah, blah, blah. Agree with us or disagree with us, please let us know. We will be more than happy to fight you in the comments if you disagree. And if you agree, we will give you a good thumbs up. But anyways, appreciate everyone for watching this episode of the Real Estate Roundup. Nick, I'll give you final words and get us out of this.
No, to be fair, no final words. I think all that's needed to be said has been said. So, guys, we're going to take a short break, and then we are going to conclude with our business bookend. So hang tight. We'll be right back.